August 30. The nightclub owner. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Psalm 51:10. James approached me as soon as church was over. John, I'd love you to meet a friend of mine and invite him to the evangelistic meeting starting Friday. The name sounded familiar, but at that moment I couldn't place it. This is Sam Mackenzie, James said. When I shook Sam's hand, the penny finally dropped. Sam had been a successful nightclub owner. As a teenager, I used to visit his nightclub with friends. Sam drove an expensive European car, and whenever he arrived at the club, a buzz would ripple through the crowd. He would ascend the staircase to his private booth with glamorous-looking women at his side. But life had taken a turn for Sam. He told me that at the height of his business success, he went 20 years without being sober a single day, but had since lost everything except for his children and his friendship with James. James shared hope with Sam, who had begun attending church and was considering attending the evangelistic meetings I would be holding. When I saw him opening night, it was apparent that God was working in Sam's life, and I prayed that Sam would surrender his life to Jesus. During the meetings, Sam made decision after decision. When the series was over, I was privileged to baptize the man whose nightclub I had frequented before either of us were Christians. I baptized Sam about a quarter of a mile from the nightclub he used to own. He came out of the water with his arms raised in victory. Several years later, I met Sam again, and it was clear he was different. He seemed nervous and barely spoke. I learned he was suffering from dementia and now lived in a group home for his own safety. James was the only person Sam recognized, and church was his only outing. Sam died shortly after. But we knew that Sam, the nightclub owner who was drunk for 20 years, had died a new man, a changed man, a saved man. Sam found hope in Jesus and had accepted him as his Lord and Savior. I'm looking forward to seeing Sam again soon.